Citizen TV, the citizen's power. 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 Citizen TV, the citizen's power.
Adia kran kedi kan a ka budgeti fotosanfo de to dwai adia na di kan na sen ko yi free okra COVID-19.
Yeah, we will come to that point, but adwadifo ankasa omokofa beton anyone momoto omugusu to ana se bia jaya na what is happening to them?
Eniema na nye January so on say wo de said ye me kakra no wo mfa be se bosume be enan mu ani ena ayi GPH boss director general of Frey na samo kan nyina papa no to bi na samo kan nyina ni se wo hu se volumes a buy import no I reduce kra
sir
na omuso omagigi
I want a GPH boss.
Oye kuta Mohammed Bibi Dino ba na the ohu ni say won say wo so o my investment kakra na to recover their investment no dey say investment no ye na o create facilities no ni ade na eniema na mefa ho na needed revenue no nya
ho kofa no
ontumi ntua di wasre ya obisaye yeso odua na say obisaye ade what feature ye won an say taxes na doso because ports no
obusamo semonye den
say bibi wo ho a yeso ye betimi aye abo a
the question was import na conform so Argentina
akọ
as I say they didn't know what
but say omuna say ehunu there
sentina me ba ye catch re no say the main idea no because one say port no tema port ho ugo Cote d'Ivoire omo port ho Nigeria for port Togo obi enti enye wonko na port na wo de hwe interlands no like Mali Niger no ni ade no ohwe na se ba bi a taxes no wosoro no ono won fa na niam fa ho.
Okay, so mo ka kire no say
ya ka kire no se ni obehwe no wa ye hu bibi because ya ka kire se to no na ama na basa Inti to na mana basa no wo say odwadini bia edi dwa odi dwa say ja ono so benya bibi kakra na odi abon ho bra afi so na dwadie no ya na me president guta president otaka o se bibi a emfa consider emma dwadie mu
okay
se adwadie ne chenchenchen na consider ba mu a na edi atete ma odwadini no o ni sika sika no obetim di akoto bank ama bank na man interest die ntina se o san kofa ha akoto no so na odwindwin na odi atipui na oyesei nti odwadini na afa ha no na saa niema no na di akwansidie ba no niema asan ko de fatema ebeduru a efiri ekotema se kwanwa enso wo de befa kodibu a no afa no okofa ka okoda ho akope hotel you see nti these are some of the things but ni nyina echi no so odwadini ni fi se odi niema ne fatogo na se odi ba na oton no onya bibi kakra na so mu nwuno a ada se ne ko de befa tamahabo
yeah
nti na che se enye
my Yenzumi encore the main issue no mu and I'll start with the paradigm me twaba and say 2024 budget reading kind of reata de buy guta more thoughts on budget to be ready and he say
yeah bibia e chafa bi anim consultations or no nsemo ye kan ni bia no de adwuma because the kan nyina ne say
ajaba ne ma bisa na mka
ye kan say eto e da yen dwumadie so no e wo soro one enu akire so no ekwan ofa so gige to no ekwan no nye kwan papa so ofa kwan pa no so a needed revenue eso onya no ne nsa beka ene de yen me ma o emfato ho emnam omrenti VAT nko a
o de biem ene de biem
won ko ba bia wo wiase mu ha VAT ya discriminate eto no je ho won ko wiase aba bia mo de mo nche mi wiase ba ko mo na mo ye media adwuma asisi a ote obetimi afre ayi South Africa no obisa ba bia ni ho VAT ba ko Dubai 5%.
Okay.
Minimum 5% across board. Yenim Ghana nko ye VAT chichemu be se miensa.
Yeah, flat rate.
Ye obi a ontua bi kra. Oton de kro na. Ye odi otua a flat rate and ye 4%. And the otua standard rate and ye 21%.
80.9.
Yeah, fast upon 22. 3.9 necessary.
Odi 22%. Enti e de na kire yen. Nipa kro oton tomatoes. Ana se oton tomatoes e okonkom. Ena wa bie so kese ena wa fa nipa ena wa dom yen nipa kroton ebia adodode te se minua eti hei nikuoi wo mo ton drinks no ne ade the same drinks na obi di bia gutro go so ton the same thing ontua hei the same drinks na ye nsuo na no obi ton a ono ge 4% e di asem na ka kire yen na ye pese ye chese se wiase ma so obi adwuma na wo fa nipa dodo a eya na se enye because you say the chira say nyina yen koye trogo so adwuma ni enye warehouses enye sa na kire enti yen ya kire mu say ekwan ya ofa so ogege to no enye enti no onya sa revenue but no e budget yi ba e okan wasem hwe ma men ka bibi ma mo nsere wo ha ewiase mu a enyi fa na ohiani chade mu misame ewiase mu ha Gigana nko a hwe enyi fa na ohiani chade ye bai wo kroma ye si ohiani de wonwe akokosre anso Ghana de ye hiafo anso ye chade bisam se de ntira tax exemption ye de ma ye nuanom parliamentarians omo ana ka o miemi nko hobi
yeah
omo twe ho daare no it's almost $500 million. Tax. Meanwhile, exemption
companies.
Yes. Almost $500 million. Meanwhile, no, sika ye hia no mprempren ya anti IMF obeka che se wo kwa konum so kura be ka kire no nkire nso kura anom no. Eno so ye $600 million. Enti die na ka kire. Ohia ni o chade. Ghana for that is how we are. Ye sika but ye chade ena ye mumu ye kobobusia. Why? Then let us keep our tax exemption and then be free. Me nya busiani e begie no. Any how I be my. Oh. Me no wo beka wasem, meka masem. Nanso asema obeka no, me meka me de.
Yeah.
Eno na minim.
Yeah.
If you say, ye kan ko nyina no de omo kan say, enye ye nko aya dwen e na omo befa. Hwe. Wo de eyi kakra bi aba, e fa sanitary parts. Very funny.
Why funny?
Funny.
Why?
I can say chiro. O si ade no, you are yokruma. And as zero tax no,
How many companies produce it in this country?
But build your capacity to a level a bit me effective. At the end of the day, bano. Now my policy now they bano. Aye juma ama nipa.
Okay, build your capacity. Meaning what?
Meaning say, that person na who is ano.
Yeah.
Omo industry no, very huge. Na say yenya problem bi. Guta ye solve ye. Na one say omo packaging it say bill no. Bedru a na oma are package. Ena yen loss no. E kire say wo ye ne sa na wan hwe ya na contaminate. Nti ma no ne ana say yen kura ni bi to a hwe kura na omo to ho agun sawa no me ade.
Oh, yen na cause sa ade.
Nti say wo ye ne sa o press ne sa na. Nti na omo ka say wo de ba wo de lebo no. Na se ne wa pake na no hihye ne sa mum ne gya no na engugum na ba momu ana uyiyi aba we mu so enam so omo pen numbers because bibi e light into open numbers no o press na watimi afa dodo ahye container no ena ne ye ka ho asem eye big industry na se wonim se omo de ba ne ento a ade bia eni atofo bia ne yemfa makroma wo etimi da bia na manfo ka se na ade kra ye kra dodo adwadifo kra de dodo ebia bi okroma na menton ojadi ni de so do okoto awon ni maja to
so obeso ka se a sanitary parts diapers industry no and also na say production here low. Why?
Etimi miti.
Why? Adentia.
Oh, minia ebia minia no beka bi. Me companies no mo yesen. Ba ko bi na minim. Oye nsu oye bibia ono na oye bi. Asa dia kan nyina aye packaging. Omo de ba e no ho packaging.
Omo manufacture no.
Dabi.
Nti kofa ba na bia no ne company din brand
no dia no ahye no dia good rabam eno no ekosi sen enti e dia no de beba e ba be fa ase nti obetua to no otua to na be na de no bu aba fam ade kan no mo to no 5 cedis 7 cedis say 20 dia for 20
means one call parliament ko read all right but they didn't for so bia
oh asama me asam tenti me chafa na wa bisa me na me kan o me nka ana dia wo dia ma me no na me kan wasam me nko ka bibi wa chiri.
No, this is serious.
Dabi me kan no kra no.
This is serious.
Enti sa ne ma me ensa ma kan chiri o enu nti guta no asam no ka ye enti no wa but make impact bia me guta ni a me ye dwadini no me so me consumer. Oh yes. So
we free studio a okota de
me consumer me ba se si abetai abaju ye 70 nya tai
Dabi
edi me fa ba bi obi ye tai wajim kakra na maduru yi. That is how it is. Eti me say asam na ye ka no ye ka eti edu ba bia na ye ma ye dwadifo no bi adwen se ebia ne ye pese ye protect obi ne ye bibi keke ma me ma ade ba akoso ya ka bibi aba electric cars. Aha. So me can say building infrastructure now me can now be some say na electric cars. Any ama hu yi. Electric cars no yi Britain for any America for come advanced nations no. O call us electric cars na do percentage wise no. Do say na okrum. You see, there are some things now laws na ya good no. Good. But laws no about 20 years 30 years ahead laws ni ye ne. Na 20 years 30 years na me no mi why. No about you say bia na egu form no ani achi bi kura na ni nyina efita. But as a certain pray ye wo problem I see solve o. Hwe na no me gina pimpie so bi e kan wa aboso kan. E na me say me ba aboso kan about 32 33 years ago no. Na anopa. O pese o ho kire o now they also usika nyina wadi awie me especially say mako weekend na Monday no ache kura by 4:30 na mo abuso kan because na Cote d'Ivoire fo no beba Burkina fo no beba Niger fo no beba enti kakra omo ba omo to ade omo pentem o sa akọ enti wu di o manim na sa wo bia de oni bia wagege na de ama omo wo ba wie no nya kakra na de ahye ho omo ma bio de enti na omo ma because omanya baby omo kofa niema no eno ne bo no e wo fom ne nyina gyina taxes na e dia to so no enti na masem bia na me kan se uko Dubai sesi a me de omo ye hweso de Dubai asase kura ni wa ye de kwakoye factories no ya na niema e kofa ba mafo fi se ye manufacture no Dubai few ones are manufacture there bibia no e ye ho e ho ye transit point. But they have created all the facilities there. You have hotels, you have a place, nice place to sleep, a roads, but the economy is times 2,000 year there. So what are we saying? And you know, penalty or Coca-Cola, coffee free, a baby never. Nestle, Omonia Manifa, and you can normally free.
That's true.
And in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So the company and maybe they say
I'm on production coffee.
That's all what I'm saying. Because you intimidating am from compete. Hey, yeah, buy and I buy and no can I say? You say a tax after production. You tax after production. What are we producing? Ansah the taxi. We are producing nothing. Totally nothing. So
I'll come back to you, Commander. Is it true the Speaker of Parliament residence has been sold? Yes. Natural about on the Facebook page said, Daya Speaker of Parliament Timoma Toama, private investor.
How?
Yeah. Oma Toama, private investor. Everything is gone. Your friend say, Fancy Prima saying, Ya betcha Monkanium. Abayin to me to Oma Flower for some Nijiska no more Fancotia taxes. All right, so we have Nana Yajima here on your Facebook page watching us live from Texas and Nana Yadasibe. But over my mem also budget, food and beverages industry. Budget here can kai Mochefe woman say.
Yo, that's it. We share a friend's presentation. Ne Fariba ne a friend is any nano. In fact, ya my specifics. As some are buying the kind and say, what is soon? Traders, your friend is a manufacturers, your cassette taxes no was so. Intinian Shane, you will be bintino or more share. Now, Modi, a friend saying, document Biako to Parliament in him. You could do on one summer woman, Parliament, baby any at Nafino. Quite on befa so make me some better so some better tomorrow and the intino yaka say yenhwe parliament ni mu no na che say whatever parliament will announce, be it in the trading side, be it in the manufacturing side, whether they are going to reduce friends and some of the import costs, they are going to reduce some of the taxes, and as some kwakwati your friend is saying some better tin maso ayenim some better tumo yenim. In Tiahono, we are still hanging because with your budget, there's nowhere that has been announced there. Industry may say amount. Mati says so apart from giving announcements, certain manufacturing components, Beba Chromo, a bit wavy taxes, no, and electric cars, a bit wavy taxes, sanitary parts, a bit wavy taxes. And now your friend is saying,
no, component there, sir.
The components are your friends and sanitary parts. Was made with VAT in a wasson. Now, which may produce more.
That's the raw materials on the back.
Until not just say production a better form.
And I say,
let me tell you, the cost of electricity is almost about 40% of your total production. And if that is so much, now say who will be VAT now? The VAT is about 19.5%. The wavy, how much am I left to contend with? So, deal with the issue which is more fundamental. The electricity cost.
The electricity cost.
That is making
but right now
unproductive.
But we are paying high tariffs because of the IMF. You know, so it's part of the conditionalities.
But you see, Tembia Mika say you cannot sacrifice your children because you want to borrow money from the bank.
At all.
How? You have children that you have to feed. Bank in a culture say, "O manu ma okomondi omo 3 times a week, so that I can give you the money." Now we see my job to make kwakoye. Now okomodo utime mufo na. Then what sense does it make to us? We don't need that to detect.
But one also need options.
Now options now you don't have. No, look, bring down corruption. Reduce the size of government. No. Now think of one for more unnecessarily dozing out your friends saying taxpayers' money. The leakages that is going on. Bring these things down. When you do that, you will save enough money than what you are looking for, so that this country can run on its own. People will come in here and trade. I don't think they be factories, no? Because you say nkrofo ba no be didwa wo kroma. Na ye be factories, no? Na say only the 30 million people can buy. And that 30 million people, no, you have already deprived almost about 21 million people who cannot afford certain your friends say basic amenities. Into only the 11 million, that's 9 million people who are within the middle income class can still buy these things. And when they are choked there, will the manufacturing go on?
Obi send them a message. I don't know whether it is true or say in the US of A, that's America. 98% of Nestle Milo is from Kenya.
Okay.
Is it true?
That is it. Because for them, they don't produce cocoa. So they will import. But if Ghana, Nestle in Ghana is doing well, we can also export to other countries. You see, when you go to South Africa, they have almost about 21 different cocoa products.
South Africa?
That country. Yes. Chocolate. Ufa chocolate. One chocolate, that one, 21. A beer kita different flavors.
Say,
21. 21. Ufa naso the 2 tables were. You can tell how many of them. The same chocolate now, may find cocoa tree, but then it has been designed in a different way. Something has been added to different 21.
Okay, so
you can get it from one brand.
You need product bi abeka say product we ye no Ghana ha ni production eco high and amount for consuming in the market.
It's only the drinks and water. The drinks and water. Look, once upon a time.
Yeah.
Nido,
yeah.
Sir, a friend saying 80 grams was sachet now. How much was the price? It's just 5 years past.
No, say.
Near tono.
But you use your microphone.
Near tono, 1 cedi 80 pesos. And a kitty pano is around 50 pesos. So, and then you have to buy it for 4 cedis, 80 pesos.
Kitty pano.
There be need this one.
This one, okay.
So, you have to buy it for 80 pesos. And a kitty pan 2 cities. 4 cedi 80 pesos and a 2 cities.
I see.
Nido Milo. It's also around the same price. Ayato. Na kitwa so 2 cities. Into baby sound say Nemana keton 80 pesos at the same weight. Na sende. We are buying it for that price. Then there's a question mark over there. Me I always say, look, we have a president and a vice president who have lied their way through till today, and they keep on lying.
Is that what you think?
Yes. Why am I saying so?
And now, does it reflect look, the opinion of the industry?
Look, let me tell you. If I'm a businessman, and you come as a chief executive, campaigning so that you'll be employed, and you tell me, say, me bar, in now, we producing 1 cedi, no. My mama and 150 pesos. The dollar, a year 3 cedi 20 pesos, no. 80 pesos by then. I'll bring it down to 1 cedi. So Then I asked myself, the one who is propagating for the 4 cities and the one who is giving me an assurance of 1 city, which of them am I going to take? Obviously, I'll go for the 1 city.
Yeah.
So when you come, and under your friend is saying the authority that has been given to you, na say when to me, anye na say city no, and I'm 12 cities. Now the cost of Nyama Nkayetono 50 pesos, 80 pesos is now selling at 4 cities 50 pesos because of the taxes that you impose. Am I to clap for you? I'll tell you, you are a failure. You are a failure, total failure. The vice president, on one they can say, the city has been arrested. The city has been arrested. They keep giving to the IGP. Na sende se city no kina yira into no wedwane. Na all are from 5 cities 70 pesos at that time. Or yes, I comment no. Na them it turn 12 cities.
12 cities.
20.
As a businessman.
Then,
12 cities
20. So what?
oh, Debbie.
It has started again.
We are approaching that time of the year.
But you see, the import is not coming. So what are you telling us? If the import, we are not bringing the imports. What are you telling us about the city? Koso. So what is making it happen like that? So if you tell me, say the city, as against Weno, I've done something about it. If the fundamentals are weak, the city will expose you. And these people are still in government. They should have resigned by now.
So which means,
based on their own words, they should have resigned.
Industry no. Now you need cities, baby.
That is a point.
Now they are covered dollar kakrabi because ESL copper raw materials eba. But I say Obama tax exemption. Our port.
Then tax exemption.
I said or say raw materials
waiving of friends saying VAT no.
Yeah.
Or yes specific. He was specific on certain commodities that you and I will not even go for. Sure.
Bobie chair so that
one sanitary pad go down beyond Accra. And even within Accra, the small villages that we see, just shashing here, go there. When people get their menses, their menstrual cycle, they don't go to school. In Kolano,
yeah,
they don't go to school. Now, so we are obia we walk. Adwimpadema nkrofo ya nanka sanitary pad neighbor duty crapo there nka say yes specific nkrofo to just 35% and 40%. For these things pay only 5%. For these things medical you select and say it's a medical nka duty ni 40 muntia 5% and 2%. Then the people will have your friend is saying, share your friend is saying, other problems have also the emissions are, can say, oh, cars never chromono is creating a problem. In Tibia, I dream Pemono or say, oh, Monfa electric assembly, what the bar, duty free. What the components in the assembly were duty free, no taxes, no your friend saying VAT. But we are with tax no better. But you see, by going forward in this area, Nanka, if it's geared towards addressing an issue, all the 20, 25, 30 years cars, buses, take them out. When you are bringing the buses, bring it for free. And then run your business and pay the taxes that you pay. By this way, cost of transport itself
will come down.
A bit conform. But you don't tell me to maintain my 30, 40-year-old car. And then I should bring electric car. Who buys the electric car? It's the rich people.
Of course.
And it's them who are going to buy them.
Of course.
Because you are creating way for you to bring in more cars and sell and make more money. So that we the poor people will keep on being poor. Anytime you introduce a new tax, what it means is that somebody become more poor.
But it seems say I buy no Karimu next year or the more. There is no way or
next year, no. Anything that you do at the time of your policy implementation will give a reflection of how we're supposed to go. In the trading community, if the finance minister has announced, say, I'm going to increase VAT and I'm going to increase the cost of particular tax. Nka that no we any presentation. No.
Yeah.
Oko marketer when the prices are sure. But he was silent on that. Silent no yeah no. He said, I'm going to recoup 11 billion from the market. Mm-hmm. How is he going to do that?
Taxes.
It means taxes will go up. So, a smart way of making the announcement, but then we are going to suffer for it. Then on the next day, I hear Parliament, 450 something million is being asked to be waived. Sasikano. Sasikano is half of what you are looking for. Exemptions, no, is half of the. You have
the companies. No.
Some companies genuinely would have to be given that exemptions. Mm. We must give them. But when we make it a blanket as a business that people must benefit from, and therefore you do anything, then there's a big problem there. The question mark is who and who are benefiting from. So are there no. I sat here in your studio and I told you some time back, says most of the 1D1F factories na no. You asked me to bring you the details.
Yeah.
The details is what the finance minister himself has announced. Konakwaji's have figures, no. I always say most of journalists, no, in this country, they don't work for the information at hand. They should go out there. You go out there. No, send people out there.
But Chief, when you say that, you are not being fair to us.
I said most.
Yes.
I'm not saying everybody. Yes. But some are not doing what they have. See,
but even with them, no, look, they say Chroma assassin information, very tough.
See,
look, Joy FM,
in the budget.
Not Joy FM, just information on frontiers. That a company in Nigeria came to Ghana to work or make a profit, say. Ghana Benya say. It took Joy FM to go to court.
Why should it be so?
Why should it be so? Me go pay information about public. Mm-hmm. Then as a media house, just me bought a car. Echo court.
You see 400 over 400 your friends saying one deal in the factories. Munji list, no. Go out there. I'm telling you, almost about 40% and I say 60% of this manufacturing sector no muka say or maybe they are not working. Some of them cut sword cutting. Mm-hmm. Acronym, flamboyant, your friends saying display of your friends saying putting up a factory and everybody is happy. The very moment now you put the up now you opening ceremony, no, you go back there and find out when the factory was open, how many your friends saying, and I say capacity of production and on my year so far. Some of them are not even working.
I see.
You see, this time I'm telling you, the list has been mentioned in the budget. They are there. Go and find out one by one and tell the world. So what they said, does it really exist on the ground or it has been said in there?
Unim, Mama Randa, baby, our boss no bill. I want to.
Most of the 1D1F na here can.
Yes.
It doesn't exist.
You know, normally Sky-Free Exim Bank, no, mebwa.
And
so why are you telling us
and
that?
I'm also telling you, so most of the people who opened up these facilities, no, some of them have closed down because if 100,000 is dispensed to you, $100,000 is given to you, they will give you $700,000. 30% goes into somebody's pocket.
They give you 70,000.
But you still have to pay. No.
Hold on.
$100,000
dollars.
100,000. You take 70.
Uh-huh.
The 30% goes into somebody's pocket. You will still have to pay for that $100,000. How are you going to do it? So those who took that money, some of them have hoarded that. Are you going to ask them to pay? Or that money is gone? Tax-based money gone? We are paying this money at the port of entry. They are taking it in.
This is crazy.
So this country, we are being shortchanged for whatever we have done. I don't know. Into no. More journalists, no. You are the medium or the faith access that you people can put information out there. When we come out here and say something, you are supposed to tell us whether what they said is true or lies. You have to do that. So that when people are coming and they are saying something, they will be sure of whatever they are talking about. There are so many things that are going out there that has not come to the public way.
I'll come back to you. Mamenko Miniam Ponsaso. Your friend say importers any other front no. So this budget muhu
may assure say at this moment may two different from opinions that have been expressed here so far. The Ukraine say me as an a freight forwarder, me whom me as a business person and importer, me whom me as a freight forwarder, me whom and I say where there are a bar nimpa bi be clear obi benya bibi kakra akofi. But the long run I say ye dey buy in fason koba so ema obia no na ne maye no faso be na wo so. You see a clear cut mini a penny na for kasa no diapers ye ready budget no me who diapers pattern I'm starting semester. In this country it is only one company na into production of diapers.
One.
Only one.
Abosa.
Me catch
one
in this country. It is only one.
From Accra to Boga.
Anywhere.
Boga to Bro Savlugu back to Cape to Volta.
Only one.
Oti. One company.
One member company.
Oh yeah, of course.
But Kaswa Kwan.
Don't worry.
Oko Kaswa Kwan so. Oye diapers. Oye nsuo. Oye sanitary pad. Inti whatever.
And you even 2, 3.
No. That is the only thing they do. They bring in rice, they bring in soap. A lot of things together. But their production house, Sebano, Pantila, they are the only people who do it. Inti investment, government, and now waiver government food so they man. Why not they man? Why are we tickling ourselves and laughing? Why not that?
Okay, so let's pick some figures here. So local industry 1P. What shall bet me are your production base?
Oh, the production say your cassette to feed Ghana on to me. That production cannot feed this country.
Greater Accra region,
me sure so bet to me. Me sure so bet to me. You see, I sit in the port sometimes. Me tell me share about 3 or 4 months ago. Many Bearman by engineer Eric Wadafor.
Yeah.
My friend around 1:30 a.m. Na Bank of Ghana eba be first car port. We share the security detail that came to pick 2 containers of money out of the porter. There and then the catch a poor security and say Ghana is security services Sebi. It is not intelligence driven. We be far container unmarked at 2 a.m. and then you run into the port at top speed with 12 V8s to pick 2 containers. What are you doing? If I'm an armed robber power, you've given me a reason to stage up for you. This 12 V8s are running into the port to load. Eka Bank of Ghana for debts. No more de brain so more bokan. The fool on there, they cars. These 12 V8s came to pick 2 containers. Eka be. If we are supposed to take the share over here, this information I'm de Babemao, minya on Ghana Port and Harbours Authority for a page. In the year 2020, Tema Port received 1.2 million containers.
Tema
Port alone. In the year 2021, Tema Port received 1.5 million. And this growth, if we all remember 2020 COVID importers bebre ejuma ekechiri. So in 2021, a lot of import was done to make up for the things that were not brought. Guess what happened in 2022? We went down to 1.2. So 300,000 containers are nowhere to be found. They didn't come through our ports. But yes, I'm back on more.
What 2020 before 2020 figures no.
I have it from
2019 yes.
2019 containers.
Okay, so give us from 2017.
Okay, so from 2017,
yes,
956,000. In 2018, 1,000,007. In 2019, it went down to 1 million. In 2020, it went up by 1.2.
Even in the COVID time.
Even in the COVID time. The COVID time, it went up because now you have pharmacies, pharmaceutical companies, a certain opening for them to ship in a lot. So within that period, no, and you might buy massively with pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
In 2021, that's when you be a coin for importers and beverage companies to start working properly. They made up. It went up to 1.5. In 2022, when they say that the economy was taking shape after COVID, no, we went down to 1.2 again. But from September of last year, we had already gone past the bridge of 1 million containers. In November, as I speak, you do 1 million. People are bringing in things, but people are bringing in things not through our ports.
Through the other.
Yeah, they find other places. And me say we didn't say me can't because truth is me catch obe pan wa kwakochi ma fe for mu nye adwuma ye. What sense does it make? Say you did duties, and me, I still don't get it. 3 years after COVID, we are still charging COVID as part of our taxes. And this COVID now you're charging your pot. VAT you bet you flat rate. More yeah you bet you 21.9, which is 22. COVID. What is COVID doing there? What is COVID doing in our duties? I've sent Kwame a summary of the duty charges. Put all our duty charges together, and as much as 80 to 92% is what we pay as charges. Why am I paying? What is AAU? What is AU doing for me? What is ECOWAS doing for me? What is Ministry of Health the disinfection fee? What is it doing there? Now what charging we now we are here? You will pay VAT. You will pay VAT on network. Network na yedi ye ejuma no. Who cheer for the network? Yes, I charge on network VAT. Account. What kind?
Okay, Kwame. So put the tax components. No, put it here for.
What kind of country are we building? And what can Obi baby? And last time Obi catch him say, "Oba radio o kasa." You speak against the government. Let me say, listen to me. We are in our core hospital. Yare be anywhere a subscribe to NDC member.
Yeah.
Yare be anywhere subscribe to MPP member.
Yeah.
We are. At where I sit as a business person, enko ye, whether you are MPP or NDC, unless uso unyes can be at the share one pass. But so far as I'm concerned, minyes can share me pass.
Obia send me multi choice for receipt. Akoto remote control, COVID tax daso.
Yeah. Remote control.
Okay, so we have the tax component here. We have the import duty, import VAT, processing fee, ECOWAS levy. Yeah, ECOWAS levy now come on.
Yes.
ECOWAS levy now, what's it 70 for how long now?
Oh, it's from Jerry John Rawlings time. It's
but they have been increasing it.
It's ECOWAS levy a part a
yeah.
Part of ECOWAS, but I don't do the common man as a state.
No, that is
but
that was the apprentice process. Common harmonize ECOWAS taxation. Send a bay across West African zone
to use the same currency.
The same rate.
Yes.
Okay, so we
unfortunately we don't know what is happening.
We have network charge.
So far as it's benefiting a ban
on your okay.
And you know, near Coastal Crown or Gia no.
But the question is, how many countries are paying? the AU levy, and then ECOWAS. Ghana was the first to implement it. Has the other countries followed? If they have not, it's better we take it off our books.
Anyway, so let me go through the other ones. So we have network charge, network charge VAT, network charge COVID-19 health.
Yes.
Till taxes no. Yeah, network charge.
Yeah.
Network charge VAT. Network charge COVID-19 health.
And there's our network charge
NHIL.
There's our network charge get fund levy.
Inti yewo jo srenum gra srenum fi srenum
Where do you kind of Joe? Srenum. Oh, srenum.
gra srenum. Okay, so we have Ghana Shippers Authority SNF fee, import NHIL, network charge NHIL, 1% withholding tax on import, GHS disinfection fee.
That's for Ministry of Health, though.
I see.
Ghana Health Service.
Then they have Ministry of what? Multi IDF fee.
Ministry of Trade and Industry.
Ministry of Trade of
Okay.
IDF.
So IDF special import levy, 2%. Ghana Export Import Bank
That's the Exim Bank.
levy, Ghana Education Trust Fund import, network charge get fund levy, inspection fee, African Union import levy, COVID-19 health recovery levy. Okay, so taxes we know one financial kra.
One funny sanka bakokra. And you see, me as a business person, I've just sent Kwame, your producer, I've just sent him the rate for each of these taxes. I'm hoping we'll project it to now calculations now. These taxes are yeji. It's amount over 50%. Into trading we could dija or bana. Kakra no de ban wujin 50%. No. Oh yeah, obesisan CD back to dollar to go back there and get these same things back into the market. Into a bank is saying na ye tumpon we grow we. Why do we do this to ourselves? I keep asking say, waivers. It looks like they don't consider menewon ye wo from yemfie. Hey, no crane say Cocoa board for scholarships a day man. Mr. Bisao. Cocoa farmers and him they enjoy from that. It is a rich minister be a bushieni, MP be a bushieni. Cocoa farmer no da cocoa Diana Sena Ordon. Omumu semba nenya sadewi. More the electric cars eba na mama waivers. Good idea. What is our power situation in this country? How many charging avenues? How much are you?
But Obeka Chiro say, if the more they allow people to bring in such cars, then which means a Bema for so a business idea to create charging centers.
So you see this?
Then you are creating jobs.
No, the point I am coming to, which I'm landing and kabetim yase. Wo babe create charging avenues for cars to charge. Me fear me team me wa bontin the whole day. Enyumre na ebia me yere ne me ba bedu fie. Ebia by 5-6. Meanwhile, I am buying power every 2 weeks of 500 cedis. Intinim pro cracker na onam kwan so no. Ahin no betua.
Embassy and your honor and fan ho. Who also betting you use as all the abba.
So this is the point I'm making. When the finance minister was giving the speech, he made it look more presentable to commercial cars. Into lorry fare beko for man beko so. Let's be honest. Nimpa say ne betumi ato an electric car what the be man is on use
commercial car.
And when our road itself lorry kwan ankasa enye road ready. The last time many police been a rough interaction or stopping me road ready certificate. And unfortunately for him, baby are not stopping me no. Baby on no jana or no are stopping me. E be some for me road ready certificate. E quite no jana to me be some. Does this road look road ready for you? No, now what you mean?
Is it ready for the car?
Is it ready? So why will I pay for road ready certificate? Why should I pay? You see, in the port, when things happen and we start talking about it, your unions and your movement, into be why, ye my young crime into me kind of credit. In paying our duties, one charge a year, I still don't understand. Ghana Shippers Authority levy.
Okay.
What are the Shippers Authority doing for importers? And this thing, you and I have discussed it before. If shipping lines put together in a year, ransack from Ghanaian businessmen a minimum of $550 million. And you see this, so $550 million in legal payments from our Ghanaian businessmen. Now, Shippers Authority, moon to me, see Anoa. Why are you there as guard dogs? Me kakra me nim say guard dog no Bobie me fear enemy my brabo ho ban. Na guard dog we ya to no ono bie pon ma amanfo mom be wiai. Why do we pay you to facilitate a wrong job in our midst? Why should I pay Ghana Shippers Authority? In this thing na modiaba which we have paying of your friend say Exim Bank. When importers are the ones literally sponsoring Exim Bank to work, this same Exim Bank seems not to agree. Thank you.
Obi answer a new message. Musa say, "You talk electric cars now. You charge ya ni betua."
Say, say you will pay more. You will pay more. Say, ya di acha ba obetua more. Obetua more. Was ebe you who say rated the those electric charging areas might be a little higher than what you and I will pay on an average. It's other than cost when you see before. Me say when the government was raising all your taxation wage man, me name adrian no margin. If I am paying VAT on a commodity and I'm paying as much as 15%, Bonnie Bang.
Even with the VAT component,
Yeah.
me make I say, with the kind of import arrangement now, we say we want to protect industry. We charge benchmarks. That benchmark, and yes, ebia, defining the sources of our industry. Nyamana wo dia ba no.
Yeah.
Aban eto free ho. No asan aton ama. At the rate that they find on the internet.
Enyama wo dia
ba no. Obeto no the rate.
Enyama be sa.
Import no dia ba no.
Import we are the
bia wo de be bia.
A benchmark no affect no. Ono check your internet no so. Wo to we $1. Na say internet no mo ton $3. O say that na wo to no $1. Intino sadia either say mema 2.5 and I say the same $3. Forgetting say manufacturer no at the amount at the price because of the volumes that you are bringing in. So they buy and sell it back to you. That is the essence of the friends and benchmark value. That's the way I can explain it.
So
now,
which means
if that money is collected,
so they are okay no. Then it's another form of even stealing from the people.
That is
yes.
You see, it's an illegality.
Because member source it will be a China. Me call China no. It's say me mark source nintino. I'm able to get at the a year $2, bear $1. Because almost taking into account say me flight in a bar, me flight the Abama and Yamano so me treat your home Kenya they are shipping any other. So they give it to Ebedura what ya say we work online ko hu say 2 cedis. Enti say me tua $2 say me tua $1 and ka ho. And yes sir.
Yeah. My member very good example.
You pay and then they do the calculation. But you see when that money is taken, my problem is you said industry is suffering. We need to safeguard them. And we need to take this money so that you cannot compete with the local industries. When you take this money, it goes into consumption.
Straight.
It doesn't have anything to do with industry. So why are we doing what we are doing? Offer medicals. Uncle for hospital. Yeah, breyenya in droning ton.
Yeah.
Even when you go with the insurance card, you bet throw a drone master konakoto. it doesn't cover some of the medications. And it doesn't cover some of your friends saying treatment number no. What must we do? In Kasa, 15% na year charging. NHIR percentage in saying take 5% from there and put it on HIR. And let the cost of medication goes my friend saying medical insurance and cost through. And everybody can walk into any hospital, get a fair treatment, get the medication that is supposed to be given, and walk away without paying a petrol.
I see. I remember back to Aposa.
So there's this pattern that me penny say. I wanted to give you a classical example. Obito, it was a Cadillac, or torn accidented. Unyana $12,000. Or abrocho, I saw to the transfers and it went through the bank. When him say Cadillac ne buy no, they use the benchmark value of how much that Cadillac is selling at $55,000. Oh, no more the duty no.
Matter accident car.
What ton or
$30. Cars, Japan crackers or the banner. A BO $300. Cars are who Yaris nominee no pipe so many bo. Ask them the cost.
So the problem no $400.
No. So you see, no crane or why mouse aquan ma wonka. The duty me say that's 55,000 me the receipt account me ya pi.
Matter accident car.
Ya yen fi me.
Me bedru ha. Now what call like a car no name state no.
Thank you.
Say there omo turn name state no.
Sometimes
na e bedru anim na esam no.
Almost the dealer's value. Omo no e fa say bi a car no ye manufacture ne boy bi a be say ye si from tier rubber no. E bi a be say $90,000. No ma say year na wo de buy no. No more devalue kakra.
Thank you.
Sometimes that is what we cry omo ye. And yes, I benchmarking po.
No, but
so benchmarking dia ni bo be.
So GPH boss now frame meeting now catch them.
I was about to go there.
Okay, let's go.
So some meeting now of frame. I said the papa share them. Na ye ba baby sana se. So deka. Na wasuma ne ba. Okwa catch and say papa ni ho. So na papa ni share them. Why would you call the importer? Say I then and your man koso. When you who sits at the and when him the funny scenario after the omni importers no meeting they have rather upped the GPHA charges to up to 60%.
We meeting time.
It was in I think August there. Yeah, about August, July there.
I know Mubusa must say a dear na cost or no Tino music. Yes. Up to a maximum of 60%. Based on what you are bringing. When you say GPH boss now, you don't need many few. If we bring it in common now.
No, but see, so you
because it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
I think they must discuss is where ukra wa values amawa values no odwen say ebro they was saying ke the mouse now person will appeal enye baby e chi abon nye ho na esane no enye de o ma values na obekọ ne ho
yes
o sisi men ko ho kogiari
sisubia the all kinds
makofa me nuoma ba bedroom port enuoma ni duty esan customs for any determined duty o mama me values bi me say there bi enuoma no the way am ye calculation no mo anye ne yie enti mo akire na mo sisi ne yie na mo ma me values ametimi ene me nuoma ne nuoma me kofa ne bo no ese na me ntua o say there bi say men concepts hobiem ko GRA enye GRA kra ho ko GRA board
adentia
board na otenase bi a once a month e bi a watenase a doso a bi a twice a month
adenti
omona
no adenti why the board
no so na omonye technical people
they are politicians they are
thank you
enkwasiafo bi ni asese o makugo then only pakro na ode ni importer no wono kra sa se me de asem na board no ho no e bi a making
abejo
say e be frɛ kra say bi a odi otram pattern say sushefa yemwa yemfre no wasem no kure be ka ho
and
amishadayo
me try na know
Anyway.
we let our kwa do board no the wisest thing that should have taken place you bet they will hold on to your things no would you agree when you be ba demorage that or container so no and also change
because
shipping lines are charging you as much as $180 a day. And omu rate no any Bank of Ghana rate too.
I see.
Ghana Bank of Ghana say omu rate you see 11.9. Shipping line be charge you about 12.5.
It is a
demorage chia de no. Oni ga won di agro.
Now mo asa ayi e dia ba.
Yes.
Time about
Thank you. You be auction. No. And you see that's a part that can be yabano. That is where my pain is. Said duty na ye de ma wona went no. Is the same duty na the auction container and can have. Say container near 100,000. When you say bet it's on auction, you turn the bear 25 and 30,000.
In some cases 10,000.
So wouldn't him so bet part about last 4 or 5 years. Papa be the next 5 buy. Or buy no. I'm so one now the calculation.
It's a serious conversation.
Time or year ready or didn't see ma agent no. It was normally I think the 58th day EBS system name be by the 65th day Gapoha now be to next side for day ko what yaton gate na new no board ya akwa no ko no sign in the car by because the diabone kana to emphasize and there are a lot of Ghanaians who have suffered this pain. Last month, one man at the Mercedes S class by due to your board duty man or sign order you shipping the car. Almost sign fanko because would you go no jawaha obi befa obi betri
obi omo brother the man asked that they return his car.
You see those guys, some of whom are our friends drive no. All those cars are cars people
auction cars
people sweat. Yes.
Auction car. Some of the young and no view and because obi papa team free. I said this thing when the papa you also yeah. Or paying the car back.
This is too bad.
So within the port system, no, the issues in them. If it is only tax, they be ebe mo maya ye ka Dubai e yekro bi enye ye da.
Nanso ya na VAT by the way.
Only you know.
VAT me ma go Dubai for almost 22 years now. We started to go Dubai 22 years in it.
Really?
Go Dubai kro na new half ni enye half na ho nyina ya nya.
Omo duty system no for.
I 1% to 0.7
0.8
0.7
and the other no mutimi
have duty.
no money duty is true next thing
so I don't know mutimi
so you see
I don't steal the money
no baby omo de akoshe no omo taxes ni nyina was service mu ukodidi uji wani baby a uji wani awura fi ho no na watu tax no ba baby e be ma adwuma na tumpon no you don't pay anything.
Oh, they don't.
Mami gas am tro. Bibia obemo wa sere pa. Me call Dubai. Some few years ago. Now who you sue landline internally. You don't pay anything. Enti una ma na timi wura san kama wura mo hayi. Mitimi fa mo telephone na mitimi dia call bia. Internal.
Yeah.
But who ye kwa bagana. Fiu na sa. Who ye ko baby fiu na sa. But internal no to facilitate trade or to facilitate adwuma no. Sa na o ma ye o mo system no.
Business and communication.
Sa what ya.
Yeah man.
Enti telephone enti say ukwa udru hotels are front desk telephones ni sisi yours you can pick it and make your calls internally ebia na wadwuma bi upese niam na mra emegu yemfa megu honom ne ofa ya na okasa but who ya kwa outa na sa
Anyway, but members, so at this point, what is the way forward? Ansah, just 1 minute. What is the way forward?
So
because
you see,
it seems like now you guys are stuck. Dollar no enya de eba from na ba china. Then the port duties emba from my beverages for them commercial 20% excise duties taxes be year free or then good for also say oh kaja utimi ye port woni ye maya ya na enema no ye de ba krom beton no so no. But yes, the situation. Yeah, you can.
Just so that
yes,
a conversation very clear.
Yeah.
Say na boxes no friends container no. The friends statistics no.
Yeah, statistics.
The number of containers eba afibia no. Oh, as at the time 2016, 2017 construction no to open the air course no. Na nipa no omo de shifa no omo de nioma bagana ha no. Na omo ba ebi wono ma in about 2 weeks na untimi medok here.
Yeah.
What choky?
No, and yet just the choke so now your debt no.
Yes.
To receive larger vessels no. Now it's so what they do is they base at anchorage and exchange.
What you say?
You be ye go kitwe mu.
But however, na bebre no egu ho.
Yeah.
Okay, to enum delay.
Yeah,
delay. And His Excellency John Mahama ehun say no. Ade we ade a it's a cash cow. Why don't I open the port widely enough to get many ships dock at the same time? And now, yes, our contract, there were so many issues. In fact, I picked him on. If you Google, you see a petition to His Excellency the President.
We have
petition. Because at that time, MPS. Because we saw the contract had so many issues. But that notwithstanding, no.
Mesre, this MPS conversation, Kwabina Mesre, say Benya Bre, I can't want them. You see, truth is, Gapoha was the one leading the bidding. He had received, was shortlisted 2 companies. Omubesi, the same terminal Lamai, but with higher quality and a lesser cost. But suddenly, it switched to MPS. And MPS manages MEX. MEX is the biggest importer of way into this country. So when that switch happened, a lot of it had to be signed within a very short period. So one area of difficulty as a freight forwarder I still have with the contract is if MPS is not ready, Gapoha on its own cannot establish or expand any other port in this country. These are things we need to look at. Gapoha no collateral for the MPS contract.
Yeah.
It is a 30-70 contract. Bobie J they say MPS amwa Gapoha. Gapoha cannot receive Gapoha for workers echo strike. They are receiving less than 10% of inflows of cargo into this country. Meanwhile, a contract here 30-70. So it would only make sense to say, "Wobema, I can't Gapoha for a meeting. I can't Gapoha for him because MPS is not giving Gapoha what they are due, but Gapoha can't talk."
Anyway. So, Kwabina, I was trying to mean say, so after the opening of the port now, now due to sense some no crana. I said that but now escalating baby I agree. Na ubia any treha. Kwabina him say go food to me the normal bedroom your port. They pay nothing. No my goods in transit. The cop Burkina. The cop. Na
wa kofa furu the aba.
Pacho we enti we o ka check no for that say uncle Suen Ansah. What did nothing.
Anyway, I'll come back to you guys. Of agreement, Messi Aba, me yeah, Jumaki to Biaba. Live on a 100.5 Citizen Show. Make our man for say, CMG Sika Achadie star 413 hash. Na me first win our hello. Ja.
Yeah, Commander Boham.
What for the form?
And then my phone form.
Yayi, Shegobe. Shegobe. Aboma ma say
500.
This weekend here, emuye. I need to offer the form. And then they offer the form. Your friend say. Yima. Oh, hefa.
I'm Ablukma.
Oh, Ablukma. Ne Ablukma for offer the form. yima yɛ da se bebree kɔso ana etwa ɛyɛ CMG sketch de me pa cho kwame why na se ade bio yanko last one ɛyɛ star 413 hash star 413 hash na de wom ne se Friday ya de ɛyɛ Friday ɛyɛ big bonanza no ɛbɛbrɛm. To be honest, last week Friday the football no ne niema ntino ɛna yɛntimi anye amamo but monka hunu se we de yegyina na so pa yɛbɛyɛ ɛde amamo me pa cho ma menka wango energy drink and one some show wango energy drink and one some show wango energy drink ai na won say ni padua ne hia hoden wo ya adwuma wa bre eso boosti eye ahoden ne kakra so ho na wo hia eye energy kick na wango ene ye Ansah ai o say jata kese symbol bi da ho wa hunu jata no a enye wango energy drink ai wase kwajo energy a drink na enom ye no adrobafo so ho adrobafo a school for mo amoye mirikatuo ball boy munum bi na emma mo ahoden pa wango energy drink wase sese de ye no a ena adwumefo akuafo atuagu so na vitamins ni B3 nie B6 nie B5 nie B12 ni nyina wa packet ena a good sporty silver bottle mu ya ofre no wango energy drink ai Ghana for munyi biai FDA agiatum ye do mo ase bebre afei eya school kase pompa eya ye friend no St Andrews SHS omoje enkoda form 1 ai omoje enkoda ewo form 1 enti monhye den so wo form 2 form 3 no so wo akwanya da wa opese oba ne ba omo edibeba no na wose akoda wa wie GHS ye opese osua eye general arts, business, home economics, agric science, general science, visual arts ene de keka ho no baby a eso do ani ko eye St Andrews SHS ose omo ewo tashi cheblo last stop from 0546 048 332 me bosso 0546 048 332 na 0249 832 015 na oso wono makasa afei de anika na akono na efe eye your friend say Seahorse 50-50 engine coolant ya aba was a engine no buy from overheating but engine no buy na afei de radiator tank na nko fasem amre but engine no buy nentimi nyini enche ema was a engine no buy na ufu no wan to bebre but engine no buy na car na kwa su nyafe na okay kwa yese mensa na ekono prada me pacho ni nyina ne ye eya Seahorse 50-50 engine coolant ye na Ghana for agiatum omo won Grace Maudo 3367 coolant and 1090 coolant was Ghana phone tuturu me kai monko gibi omaimu asoya wodom tonton eye cars won yema de obenyam de afri ho was lubricant shops ko na kwajibi from 0244 577 559 tie 0244 577 559 and 0540 424 386 onsa ebetimi akomo mamemfa wei empil so na menka se tabia heba center oshola sembom na dasui na de ntia meka nsembo a meka amanfo agiatum tabia heba center ne se no wose wanum ato honam ya oya untumi ne dia tabia heba mixture ya numbi ena afesu tabia heba capsules ya wode aba se ye no na wɔn mo a constipation yɛ mo atuo ɛtimu na wosisi mu kaa dwee onum bie no wɔsi na ɛboa paa nkɔdaa wɔn mfirihyia du kɔtwe nom mmarima atan so yɛ a mo ma nkɔdaa no foɔ ma mo nfa mo nsa nka ɔkansi drug lane ɛna wobɛhu wɔn from 0243 686861 ana 0245749206 na mesra ɛnkɔ ɛma nkorɔfoɔ nkasɛ ebi a mankasa yie na quick credit investment microcredit limited say wɔn gu so a ɛmo wɔn bosia no hwɛ ne fɛ na hwɛ n'akɔnɔ na ato fie ne de bosia ɛɛto awoɔ wɔsi deɛ na ohia amanfoɔ pɛ yɛ startup loan ebi pɛ emergency loan ebi pɛ salary loan working capital loan existing business loan wɔn yɛ ne nyinaa hwɛ a wɔde sika ba abɛboa nsi wɔn ketewa bi enti yɛ fɛ wɔn quick credit wɔsɛ ne dɛm no frɛ wɔn ɛwɔ 0596920 tie 0596920 wɔse na ɛyɛ ne tua no ɛyɛ flexible paa ɔmo nsɔre ahomakye megyina wo so deɛ wohia ne ɛyɛ wo ID wodi aba nom no akasa wokura Ghana card ɛno ano no wate yamfu ya nkyerɛ hɔ yi remember back to the studio live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show but of our agree na person can me quick one then let's deal with the 24-hour economy near running it up but quick one now am so person be source on this budget issues
the friend saying other presentation in the budget for the farming input I'm say you can be say okɔbɔ bosia na wode kwakɔyɛ farming na yɛngye your friends interest bia nti wobɛnyɛ sika no akɔkɔyɛ farming asan aba betua mbrepem am say ɛhɔ no very good your friend saying caption or mention here no na afei no yɛhwɛ poultry sector no so a ɔse yɛbɛhwɛ na yɛma wo sika na wode ayɛ saa nneɛma no ayɛngye ho interest bia no but there are other issues ekuma eno no say yɛnhwɛ ne yɛ address sa issue na ɛbɛboa ɛbɛha adwen pa the feeding cost and the cost of chicks that they buy before no they were buying 80 pesos at most 1 cedi 20 pesos per chick and there you buy 12 cedis per chick into no say I'm very careful. Depending the type of birds whatever. No, but the normal friends saying broilers we are a debate. So yeah, into the cost of feeding and a big issue among pharmacy and this facilities are who resume birds and that's way out of war. In Calbit me as slaughter keep you know and no new into no say we birds ninya 3-4 months now time they saw ton more now say when to me anton pe then the cost of feeding start going up again now such chicks no babet two price no way and say oh more feeder now there be you know like can be say I see in your storage no oh the cold chain no is not there we need to put these things in place say farmers no to me yes and they can then go and store at the appropriate time. We take it for within a period. Now, you know, won't pay your friends and Enyano, sell our Benyan freshness. I can say my imported ones in bay. Then there should be an alternative friends and solution to that. In Tihono, a software no Omianina Oshemukana, because I just idea a bit hard drink, and I never know course I feeding Nina bro. We must up our production. So, and I say in your target beer, you did see and this say in the next 2 years, 3 years, no, we can do these things, achieve certain targets. Unfortunately, no, we have announced it, but there are no targets set for certain implementation. No. Into Ube when they say, oh, ya can, if you also cancel the timeline to 2 years, may year for 2 years, into 2 years after 2 years. No. What then happens? Oh, if you say, oh, into we understand before some implementation, you can starting. Now the next budget is coming. So whatever you announce obey no then it has come to naught. Nti no yen hwe ho no ye pa. Nti I'm say these are some of the areas now in Crawford moti your friend is saying departments and agencies, and look, we have very good qualified people there. Qualified people, but when the politicians come, they begin to think different way. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
So, and you know, they should give them the chance to do what they have to do. Omunim, Yakokrom statistics is geared only towards only one thing: how to improve people's life. Now, unfortunately, no.
But the politicians pick the figures and they massage it.
If they massage it, a big problem. Recently, this month, last month, Statistical Service, Omuka said, the inflation cut down 35%.
Yeah.
I would challenge them, say, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. Because at that very moment, now, yes, our figures, no. Brewery, prices have gone up marginally. So why do you say it has gone down?
Really?
Well, the very things that you used in measuring your friends saying sub basket, tomato, how much was the price? Onion, how much was the price? And other friends saying commodities. You go there and it's not.
But they will tell you that they pick food inflation, whatever inflation, then they do a total sum. Fine. So a bit me a control, then a bit me a drop it.
There is none that has dropped.
Okay.
There is none.
Okay,
that is
another point.
See, I don't know Kosra Muma Yanka. Say a bit na hona Muma Yanjina. Internet say we'll still be at one place.
Anyway,
we are not going up, we are not coming.
Man call for the 24/7 economy. Buta. More opinion on that policy. And say 24/7 economy.
There's an economy or there 24/7. Dada. Atiwe nyuma erani ni efa me ba oye adwuma o NCA. Okwa orane shift. Okwa anwumre a nondua oba anopa. Na obekwa awia no mienu so no apon nondu. Okwa anopa no nsia opon awia no mienu. Sa 24.
So if say our system that then we don't need to cry for anything.
Me can't simbi. Na mum yenhwe yi say da bia e de ano na yakika nsem sa weti. Sam. No me abru Kwabina ya no kana sem sa. Ni gina. Emwa oman. Sa na ye na no. Ene etim. Hwe CCA, Toyota Corolla. Yen you are more crackers. Make sure against Toyota Corolla 2018 to 2020 model. Duty 55,000. I want to start it, which is 550 million. And the car no. Can any attorney say, Sasa any talk no. They say car no duty sanity. Me boa would be so bia.
That's the
no, but sir, wait there. I think
minimum.
I think we have said this in here.
And yes, sanity.
That's true.
They say Yaris now who's our system. No park could say Kobisa Yaris more.
It's selling for about 110.
Me buy me the Yaris ne buy. Yaris ne buy is your me in 2013. 2013 in duty me to 50 cities. 5,000.
Okay, so Pepra, at this point, if you have a government that tells you that, look, yes, port me pisca, every port, but the more I may reduce duties, taxes at port, the more and Crawford in Beba. The more in Bano, I'm running 24 economy at the port.
Yeah.
Don't you see the sense in it?
Someone ya can na so mo asa no mo ka see e wadi tasnet no na obi atua kakra inflation ya kan e be kofom because automatically
so then adwadifo ye adwadifo no would demand from whoever is talking about the 24/7 that look, we need these taxes down.
I say me better me 217 na me kan. And na me say me kan no de di kan me si ohia ni o cha de. O ma tax waivers and I say o ma tax exemptions.
So kwa
me wa also akopɛ bosia. And na figure no e be bosia na akopɛ ni jaye. Na wo de na wo fie na de. And so me na yesa mbaka kire o.
Obaka kire so ebi a enyuma ni bi wo a obi ba ya yes o man incentives. Mo timi di say enyuma no ba system no.
Entimi ni sika they say me wa ahunye hiam. Entimi ni sika me de be ma nti ye ntwan me ho tom ya me de be ma no susu ntimi nga. But yes, yeah. Me
have a point.
Me ye practical economy o. Me nya mu book mu de ani bi. Me ye odwadini. Me passport mu trader na atwero. Me man cho businessman o. Me tro trader. Enti me ye practical economy. Me see me ho hia me. Na ma ba na ma hu me nua kwampoku. Otadi say di me oba na me mama na 100 Ghana say kwa me 100 Ghana say ho no me de ma na o si wo emu bi wo ayi nima ho na de pa nti me kwa akoto bi adi me kwa me koto be say o si be statistic na se kwa say ba ka 40 pe o say ai say eni ma for bi ka ho ebi nu o hia ni ono okodi mu onima me so me dan ma ani mu onima it doesn't make sense. All what I'm saying is that now we are in crisis. And we are trying to manage ourselves. And to ye manage ye hono. Nasi ye see a better idea. Yen chaye. Ya unju ani yen chaye. Emra ye ho achire ani ye chade. Ana two, me see eto no. Ekwan ye fa so gige to no. Enye. Menka se fa bitum. Menka se te so. Na mo me see yen fa kwampa so ne gige to no bia ntua bi. Ni enya no dodo. Ye ne sa because tie hwe. Bobie, Mammy can't say Joe. The air and say, all the signals we are sending, say, and so obi be Juma, no funny pa.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, no, private sector, no, and their funny pa more.
It's the engine of growth.
May you some in say, Obia be a shop. What funny pa almost package ye, what funny pa almost share, what funny pa almost yes, ye home, what funny pa almost taggy. Eno mni ade sa shop no wo so onye VAT aye 22% sane mo ka kire me no fair enough ade a oton commodity na oton eye merichi maka ni twi pa o eye merichi sa merichi no ebisu bi eno tax bi ana so enti bo no be den e be kofo dia signal na wo send ya ne say e ma me nkoto ade e wo store mu bieu me nto ade e wo table so why the whole table so wafa obi. The egu apampa so no wafa obi. You see, it's not fair. That is all what Eguta is saying. Yes, tax no VAT ni je, but uko wiasim ba bia VAT no ye ni nchichemu ho. VAT a valued added tax. A consumption tax obi obeto ade na tua. Na se nipa kro obeto ade no if there's no compulsion as my boss there be a okano na se ehye bi e wono so se ono kro obeto ade na se oje krata no because obi ho a ono oto no table so the same thing omo na no obi to no table so onye VAT no obi so wo stock to am oje a flat rate of 4% obi so a ono no abo pa afa nipa wo for mo bie shop kese no a otua ne tuo nyina ye bibia no ono mom no wo do osha kwa akoto no so se ontua 22% na ade no bo ide
so ade no na ema me encourage o mo say mo big shops no mo sha se mfa emunioma ngu apampan so fan so man kwala
afa wa hu asema obi wa hu adwen ode ba
now me trust
na no Bobie eno no ebe ma yetimi afọ obi
o ma no nyeye
Debi
yetimi afọ obi
debi nya nipa no wafa no so apampan no wafa obi adwuma we nya sapa na mde ama wi
me say wo hwe
aban to na oje no oje kura mfa nkoya de papa penkwala fanuoma ne so omo nkodwom omo nkotomra store no omba wo say ya je tax watum
ka ensam a ye kan nyina no ye kan asam a mo gigi atuo yi mo kan say ye ni logistics dia ni logistics eni ni pom be ye adwuma no hwe ye ma ba esu no awie university o mu nya adwuma just give them a target say oh wo de fa ha area ha wadwuma nie wo ya dodo na wo ye no eno ne be hwe ho atu awka enkura ya bayi obaye
commission obeji
enti won asema ye kan ye nka asem bia ye yi o na eto no bai mu na mom entum na obi antua bi eno so nti obi antimi nye
Guta.
yes
More try to engage Kenoforiata one-on-one.
oh ya engage no na se eto yi ya engage no sansem we nyina kan hwe me
Moka okasai.
se o se ye ya kan de na stakeholders ne do so obi su be kan de o su be kan de no obe yim no yim wie na ya onsa ma ye ho bi o ye betia ne wo ka ti se de wo kan ye yi nti na je se ma be mi su ma be yi anu wo ha so nka o wie a na ko sa frɛ na ko ka se na me ko ka na bi a di ko de nye but ya omo nka bi o omo nsa ma chiri ye be hu ana ko ka ne se ya se na me ka sa na ti o na nsa mi se asoma me ni mu kan ayi IMF ya ade pa omaba omo ni na mu o hwe ya ye blemu IMF no mu ni ade misre mu a moma yen direct ye bibia ne mfa nhyɛ o man mu ne yen nwene nya yi omo bibia ye ka kire omu bia ye wo se wo ba beje bosia e na o se bosia na ba beje no condition da ho me be se me hu se me bosia no betimi atua na e na wo cheche mi se kwan se na mefa so a metua na mom e kwan na wo fa so no wo na wo chechere mu wan shaw enti ya ye blemu omo a me edu ba bia ya me nka bi fi se ma miti omo na asem ya kwa efa so gie to me catch omo they were surprised and fair enough do you know something omo create ayi no wo GRA for office na mom omo pam GRA for nyina and am say yes stakeholders no yen ka ebo so asem and na me so me kwa na me so a me dwomfo ma no omo ton tomatoes no ade na me omo di machi na omo kan se na ye ton tomatoes asem omo kan na che na matene no me see abrofo no ti omo hwe anim no mo bom tiri nkosa omo tim say hey economy ne ye papa wo gutafie ye ne ye kan se ne esitie ah masa na me see se VAT no adenti na se ye chiche miensa onti se ye beja sa ade no VAT na nye ye da me na me kan kire wa na nya na so ne African me metena da man kan da so enti ye ya ka se etuo ne esi ye pe ne de chichire man me odwadini me supporto me ko gina ba bia me jarefo me no ma na ye adwuma omo educational ayi platform nyina me te so me bompa ye se aban bi obeba bia me ye mafamu de eno na ye ekura ye kokomu ya ye ko hu fefefe de nyina ye to ene de ye kuro no na mom omo fa to no on eto bia
disturb am for
no me de compliance level no e wo fom bia no e mato no nkoso
mfaso bia ni so
e mato no enkoso wunya de opese wa achieve no wunya fi se e bia no support ade a menu e kan na omo de dodge no omo de yese enti e be ma wo projections abe ni nyina no onsanka na nso hwe wo de hwemre bia benchmark yi o reduce ye wo ye niam bi se wo de o hwe ya
those were the days now those were the days
flexible.
Those were the days who reporter. So who bookie appointment? It may take you 2 days.
Ansah na what me ya
because a man for obedu na trucks no. Ya shishe.
Why?
Into ye for day one. Day one sometimes it stretches into day 2. Into ye bookie in na me say some more containers is here na me MBB area. Obeje dey say me bookie a minya time for you ya.
Okay, thank you Yango. I agree. So we are talking about the 24-hour economy from food and beverages. From a point of view, what do you think? It has become a point of discussion. And minimum somewhat from Momo's side, you know, and you are into production. What do you think?
Yo, thank you. But my main call, for tax na sem no. Me boni te na fe me mbra. Your friend is saying, "Oh, VAT no." Ghana ha. Even sequence na edit ya no in different schedules. Odikaka, it's here 22%, 4%, and 3%. Nina VAT Korea and 19.5%. A service charge for no. That's what they give. But VAT in the fire by 1995. And yes, implementation. Your president, Idi Enimuka say, there be VAT no more de bano, a killer for the ordinary Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Until no yen to me, engine to. And Omukaya na, they agreed on a certain percentage in Tiemfani Juma. Na one gin to mono, Nanka Wabe, Nanka either you scrap it or you bring it down. So, no, under your tutelage, your VAT no, aqua could do some figures 19.5%, 22%, 3%, 4%. So, imposing hardship on the people. At the time, no more buy, That time, IMF yao. And Yebisa says, sign on Bay Ambeji, says, can you try back? Then under President Rawlings, no more said, look, Kwesipotri, Nana LED sa your friends saying, VAT no, which you are a one-time payment. That is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Moon nisikano. Na mbe ni say, mbe jiskano upfront. Nti ajiji we are at the end of the day no. Wa which you are no. Brana beye o filing. Input and output. The difference na woman no will pay you back. So you get your money back where you are paid in excess.
Okay.
So are there no. Intino implementation was also once. But in this case, at the time you can say you implementing new VAT now you 12.5%. That was 2017. So you increase here now you can say 3% you pay win. What happened was the input output no was taken off. In Jumani Bebre Yesikashi, it's Ansah banning chess has can amaye. So are there no. Intino the essence and as a concept no our model yes have VAT no is to make it a one-time payment. But unfortunately, you pay at the port of entry.
1.
You go to your warehouse, you pay.
2.
Then, if you are not lucky and you are not the final consumer, it goes to the third retailer, you pay. And
3.
you the final consumer, no, then you go and pay again.
4.
You see the cascading effect. So they were there. Into the say VAT there, you can see VAT, VAT, value added tax. So where I don't add value, I don't pay. And why I add value, no, one item.
One item.
Into no, once I make sure VAT no was so that no, the person who is coming to pay for it is only for recovery for me. It's not for you to pay and pay government. Into no. The way of money, no, your tax system, no, we need to sit down, look at it, and then baby, entrenching. Let us pay for taxes, but we must be responsible how we collect the taxes.
Okay.
That is how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Now going back to the 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
On the manufacturing sector, no, and baby, night shifts.
Yeah.
And you know, if we talk about 24-hour economy, and I say the shift system is to enhance productivity. You relax and do it at the time that it will suit you. When that service is being offered, in that at that time. And you know, uyo bia uye wejuma na se production sector no. Ufi say me fa nipa and 9 and says so mun na be juma at the same time.
Okay.
Nti no ma menchi chem na ensuti e nyina na ebi ba no pa they will go at the appropriate time omopon a na omusoko then the new set will come. Nti at best what we can do is to reduce our your friend is saying working hours to maybe 4 to 6 hours, so people can go into a company and work for 2 hours and walk away.
Exactly.
Take your money and go.
So which means a day you can do like 2-3 jobs. If you have the strength.
If that opportunity is offered. You can do that. And if the atmosphere also creates that, say bit me sana. We can do Papa Yotie, ya can sana. Obet me sorry my chair could be in the shop. Because me my friend say, Eja, minya, nyama way, but bet me abasa way. But in that material, semi free medjumem, na me kwabo so kaya. I'm marking time. Either I leave my work and drive from my office at Sprinters and go down to Abusuka. Me do ono. Either so benya abutre no atwe me and no ko baby. Sa 5 o'clock na so upon. No ko baby because we're tuning in who for that. That's true. You know, I have to come at that time. Me do on me do on tema me kono ko. I've also wasted more hours without getting anything out of it. But it creates an ambience for people to relax and do their job. Now, you know, the benefit of it, you know, is good. Say, we should improve the security in our country.
That is the demand.
So now, you know, you share areas, you know,
security, energy, and taxes, because most when you say radio stations, grano. Because the light bill you can pay.
And you know, now say if really the way I think, you know, Sasana yeah Canada, then we should open up. Our economy needs to open up. We should and now you're about 5 in now you're kwakwada.
No bibia bastard
thing come to a sunset except 1 or 2 productive areas are and no still are
service areas.
Drinking sports yeah. Any aduani ya
it is an
area. Omo join them bi wonima. Anajo ya no omo ho. Omo ya adwuma.
And you know if that is the way they want to implement it now, we should allow it to grow. With time, it will expand.
Yeah.
If it expands, it's better for the country.
Yeah.
And, you know, 24 hours, our country is running without any problem. We can do a lot between the hours of 5 p.m. and the next 6 a.m. In Crawford can work because you're lucky it to be in the U.S. You leave Ghana here and travel to UK and the U.S. And all the time, your budget, we try to compare ourselves to them, which doesn't make sense. We must look at your environment, you know, and formulate policies that will suit us, that will make the people more comfortable. But advanced countries, no more, it takes years to achieve. Baby, to say, friends, electric car assembly. Sure, or no, baby, why you the research? They do. All of a sudden, you want to go into it without any sweat. You want to benefit from it without any sweat. And, you know, when we travel outside and we're able to do multiple jobs, then in our own country, you know, we should also give it a try and see. Say, multiple jobs, you know, a bebwa. Na yen shesa 8-hour work na ye no. Na bosume so you work for 31 days and not 21 days, and then they give you a pittance salary.
Yo.
Well, say to me, yes, na, you can gain benefit more in your income. As again say, you sit for 30 days and then they come and give you 1,000 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis, and then you are not able to do anything with it. But this system, if it's practiced in this country, depending on how they go by it, I'm sure we stand to benefit from.
Okay, so quick comment on your YouTube page. Selfie says, Bobie, I brought C class to Ghana, and the price, that is in reference to duty, was something else. Trust me, I have to just ask the shipping line to bring back my car to the US of A. It's really bad. Yeah. Amaza, from Momo's side, importers, 24/7 economy.
From my side, as an importer stroke freight forwarder, no. To say them it is already a system that is running. Within the port doesn't sleep. unless weekends we work. Me containers Sunday. The quite sorry me point me be me containers. The only days we don't work holidays. But
so which means doable.
Doable. But you see, it is the incentive for someone to work or run a manufacturing plant or a certain job at night requires security. Because say me a retail shop and I'm a wholesale shop and you expect me to run all through the night, I should be provided with some level of security. 2, the resources to make things work at night in this country. The only thing that seem to work at night, usually a Friday all night. 2, most of these entertainment spots, Ashawo, Sebi, any drinking bars, snap pubs, those ones are already working. So the 24-hour stuff. But the question is, say may run a 24-hour production or retail or shop or anything. What incentive am I getting? Apart from ABI security, I mean, what incentive? If you can tell me that you can run maybe your factory, if you can run your production center, so around 1 or 2 a.m. Okay.
For example, this year banks in no, close to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So running a very good business. Na junior sika be dey. But don't say ATM booths no. Uko baby to say outsider.
They receive cash.
You can pay in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had the enemy who say
Some do, usually with backless. Yes, backless.
On say selective.
Yeah,
But
that's
so which means if we agree to say you see your ever push the 24/7. That's where these things comes in. Say na jumeti me a drop iska because me ya na ju.
Okay. So a hope on a security no war. So on your own, no, you know, if someone is willing to go that stretch, mepon 1, mepon 2, but 2 no. What am I getting? What is the incentive? Obama me some waivers. Obama me some level of
which JM Rezi?
Yes.
Yeah, Rezi tax
they should be involved.
Then even no say or no june say companies no more production the night no because of electricity bill no. Ebinu wa anajo they should be able to create lines on be you or matoso. So that they will pay less.
Yes.
Now, sir, electricity cost no mere burden.
Those are all incentives.
So
those are all incentives. If the system would allow for it there, take it from me, you would have people who are willing and ready to here me bu have me container in now say me they call warehouse because of baby a warehouse within Okanshi. Within Okanshi. So within Okanshi, ube do hobe 11. Na kaya boys na say omo twen.
Lavia anajo.
Sometimes who do kantamantoa. Omo yi omo nyoma between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Because by 4:30 no, people are coming baby I will truck nisin. You'll be sitting area for business. Into that industry is already working. But we need the government to give people the assurance to enhance it, you know, what the government is going to do. What is it? Because we are a country of talkers, few doers.
Yeah.
I will come in just briefly.
And come about so I don't know.
I'll take it from there. Sure. Adia Jomahama Kano. Politician being or Ghana Hawaii Sadi I come to that conclusion that Ebineo
saying it is one
no
thing.
Meba. Adia Jomahama is not sitting down to brainstorm. Before he spoke about it, he had gone round consulting. In fact, he's the first person who has ever done the People's Manifesto in this country. You didn't see that. Say, there be a man penny be so obi person be man penny or say, me ba me yes amount to abama me or say there be. Wa be man penny da. Wa ka bi da. Say me ba me yes amount. But there are two things here. one is the master and one is the servant. Masters tell servants what to do. The people of this country are the masters. The electorate, they are the masters. The elected is the servant. And for the first time, I want to be your servant. I won't play the master. Say me na me won nyansa wonim die. Enu nti no me ba be ye we amaw. Debi, let me come to you, the electorate who wants me to be your servant, and ask you, my master, what you want me to do when I become your servant. The first time, ebi see that. And until all kasano, okay, security. He has already mentioned security because he knows, sir, you cannot run a 24-hour service. Now, Ghana Police Service, for instance, they go to sleep like we go to sleep. The few ones that you see in the streets of Accra or in town, they are sometimes discussed as the most unlucky ones. Patrolling, wire barrier.
Yeah.
And onuna ojehono kwabra du an ho anadwo na uhuna. I say, oh, a pitiful hatter. Uhune say, ye koda on the ojina ho. Oh. Meanwhile, senya say ye nyina ya koda. And ke be hu ne normal say oye na adwuma. What I say?
Yeah.
So call police station bia after best 7, 8. The police personnel a ube hu no wo during daytime no ube ko no obi ani ona aka nipa mienu pe no mo ti ho.
I want to be your
office.
I want to be your policy at time crowd was chele.
I now set what bread. These are things that happen. And you know, John Mahama is not discussing a 24-hour service in a sense anyhow. No. But he's discussing the broadness of it.
That we can
approach it. Very easy to do. Very easy. And he's mentioning how you can incentivize Obia. Ebetimia buanama onuso afeni padodo adwuma. Amo marane shift.
Like what?
They say
Papa agree.
Papa agree ti hey. Say our factory bi na ebia ensuo factory. Not to do for meaning say ensuo factories ni bi running 24-hour ebedura no pa no na omo plants na ye adwuma ma ensuo na ye more ama boys na omo kwose ensuo na koton no ubedura no masaline say sa boys no say nya say omo kofa enioma na anadwo na omo de kwa akoma omo ko supplier obekọ na nipa krada enko be fa de na anadwo no e de akọ on twenty no pa ko se kodiki so. What I say? So this is about how we are all able to put our hands together. Look, John Mahama is welcoming ideas. And you say waka and static. He is still making inputs. And he called on TUC, for instance, to make inputs. And he is calling on all other civil society organizations. In fact, he says, yeah, oh, Bibi Kura. Also, no.
Use microphone.
Okay, so.
Sorry, but
my information is on here.
Yeah.
On the same matter.
No, on several
sorry.
Broad issues.
Sorry.
On several other issues.
Okay.
John Mahama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, what John Mahama seeks to do, no? Is one of its kind, and I think, let's embrace it. And more to the point, Kwabra, you're president, and your president. Say you go school na ocho na you can say waiting baby. Na ya trust say correction or correcting. This is the time I think Ghanaians have an opportunity.
For the first time.
I don't want to play the MPP NDC after all. See, but media we media many budget because it will tell me I'm not a team.
Yes,
almost started. You see, John Mahama has become president before. All these Nyoma Yeka were port one in your manual. The last time I went to his office, now we share importers. He wants to find out what will best fit a system like Ghana. What you say? Untimi fa Singapore system ne maha. Because the way no, it has transformed itself for years and about this quality. Like the Turkish one.
Yeah.
You see how Turkey for the NTN.
Where the major
No.
The Singapore.
We are having a conversation.
The Singapore business line. Omo system no. It is trade enhancement. Inti eyema obia owo an idea for trade makes Singapore the hub. You know the confusion we have in this country. Our port, we don't know if we designate it as tax base or trade enhancement till a certain government will make that distinction.
Okay.
Say our port is going to be for trade facilitation, not necessarily tax issues. No. We would suffer what we are suffering now. Into JM idea, if he would really make the port a trade hub again, what it was under J. Kufuor, what it was under Mills, what it was under Hima, those were the days. Transshipment goods, trucks, Ghana, running out of the country are in their thousands. Now, transshipment goods goods in transit. In this country, you will not get more than 100 trucks moving out on a daily basis.
Yeah. Why?
Okay.
So which means it's doable.
It is doable.
Because if we have experienced it under Kufuor, if we have experienced it under Mills
and under
Mahama,
yes,
then which means we can just go back to the drawing board
and do it right. Oka Singapore na they are not really bothered on the taxes they receive.
No.
Truth is, where they are obefa akwanso, where they obetia to, where they obeto fuel. Into your port becomes a trade hub. Everybody from Mumbra. So one of the challenges I'm having currently, and many maybe yeah, Tonsu, maybe my brother who is an engineer.
So which means that then James should start working on the port taxes.
Let us designate our port as a trading hub. Everything else will fall into its place. We're discussing something. Our roads now are in a more deplorable state than it has ever been under the Fourth Republic. The reason is transshipment goods now omo loadi bear 3 containers into one truck. Omo the bear fire they are not paying toll.
Nothing.
They are not paying anything. Nothing. You know the funny thing? Omo do Togo. And do Abidjana. They offload everything.
No much
because the French is not going to allow you. Say ube bu omo axle load so. Into ube yegu when yegu they will confiscate it. But they obefa axle load so obe tiaka the same load.
Wonderful. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizens Show of Agri. And go on I think my time is up. Quick offer me about a quick one. Hello. Oh, Kwame Oko. Okay, offer. Yeah.
Okay. Going forward.
Offer more just 2 minutes.
Oh, you can't taxes the same. And yet, you will be imposing higher taxes. No, the country moves forward. You lower your taxes so that everybody can come into the tax net. When we pay and the expenditure goes up,
and that is the
money is raised for revenue.
That is the suggestion from Pepra and Amponsa. That munyana obiantimi mremu.
That is it. There can never be.
That's compliance,
I say yes, na ye in every one. Ebia, omoba be consider in your case, or the beko parliament in COVID presidential special levy, the 5 component of levies, fence and network charges, no. Nina yin free or papa. Freight forwarder. Before and sobe file any papers, or non a ton data. It has nothing to do with network. Okay. I say Kutiyama Omo. He pays for himself. Sasuna may yet self-declaring woman officer. Me use me data. Into why the need for us to pay all these components in there. So we have to look at it.
Anyway. All right. Yeah.
Nyame aduma me echina. Me ba be discuss dampare.
Okay.
On ade bi wo ho a menua wo ye ne se nipa eyi ani free wasem so. Wo de bia obesa kofa asem foforo.
Yeah, dia na.
Won say wapam wa transfer Alex Mensah, the staff officer. Ni oba wawo and wo say Friday na Thursday.
Alex Mensah.
Alex Mensah na okobe kwai no.
What transfer no?
What transfer the staff officer. What transfer
and the staff officer.
The staff officer and ema mienu omo ye na adwuma. Kwabina oba wawo fani say wawo na yes ya transfer. A time adan o boss ayama mi benya asem ti no a time keke.
Or ada wo ye no ada no na
transfer no.
But enya decide no it doesn't take effect from that day.
Oh see transport officer afra ba ni say yes ye me fa unko.
Anyway,
what
all
kind
right,
of
so
dictatorship is that?
Imbus about Mesa, police ni Edro, Ghana for sorry, na Munibi, or say a boostu immune system pa. Top Choco say, Anuso no air de papa. Inti Ghana for you be 3-in-1 or so more. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. One more and a day a year Bright Soldier capsules and Bright Garlic Plus capsules. One more at the abba. Yara, I'll be back.
When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and your offense will be
and what day immune system or Yankopon, and your ready pediatric somewhere who by no, and Nasa wonum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system nabribia. Ya Yantimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Dodon dance yes, and Yarwa who run Nipa and Yina etimi banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a home car. No, Yamwa suing no, a way of buying every home. And now pa, one Yarwana dada, no monum doctor and Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya womuntim pose, Yaria Esomo. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kaisi, and you may move Bia Yato in row, at to form friend 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Cratui, Magia to Musay.
Abba Samson, Mama Barton Bra.
Hey, no one on origin Jewy,
and now when I wash a school and some do ya. What's our fee? I wonder what fee JH look for SHS1. Bet sniff yacht, papa.
Oh, Ansah. See us some day. St. Andrews SHS for sale. Some from the resorts in Bempa. When you're what day? What before be? What's that SHS1 that waiting result? Then you need an index number, Baba. It's your resource in a bar. That's our bachelor. Number will be in Smith.
Aha, private school,
eh? St. Andrews SHS. Are you grade A private school? And you'll be able to school. And you go school or what? When you're so home, but from open over SHS2, on SHS3. Nasafi no be SHS1. None resource in Bempa. Let's see. One boarding house or what? Oh, yeah, corner there. Teachers no so forcible from him was yarding. What pass was easy. A better will be a general arts, business, economics, agri, general science, visual art. So be St. Andrews, and main campus no asking for su. Wakra Hadzi, you will test it cheaply. Last off, 0244 696911. St. Andrews SHS. We are always in the lead.
Ago Ghana for media some dabremo. Sisia de wo sidanya. Any coins over hukra. Essence Alu Africa. We got you covered. Alu Africa. Aye jumeko kasia. Ebon in chance papa di crew danso. Any trusses Ghana ha. Any wiasia fanenina. Yen ye lidie. Yang any topo. Alu Africa ewa bakwa somewhere dimu. Ebon roofing sheet. Any trusses say ye papa nko adia. Eye honum. And I'll be